This is for the dates of November 18th through December 15th. Alright, so this new moon is full of possibilities. And it's also full of potential on like a very large scale. So I mean, you can get anything. You can get abundance of anything, positive, negative, or both. With this moon time, many will feel like they just can't quite reach their luck or their opportunity right now, but it's like it's right there. They can feel it. It's like it's just right there. Okay. So, as I was saying, they feel like it's right there. Alright. But they can't quite grasp it. Alright, because you're feeling like somewhere something is lacking. Now, this is going to be like an overall general feeling. Okay? And if you do feel this or sense it, you're like, you know, something just is just not right. I can't put my finger on it, but just something is just not right. If that's happening for you, then I would definitely suggest you get a reading because of the energies of this that comes with this moon time. Now, for some people, they'll experience some new and pleasant relationships, and also some other new and pleasant situations involving other people. And you know, there's always a flip side. The relationships or the newness may not be so pleasurable, but we're talking about the positive aspects of this moon time right now. So, and there is a lot of emotion that comes with this moon time. So there's a lot of, you know, pleasurable things that can come with this. We do have that Venus energy there as well. However, if you are like really into your feelings during this moon time, then pay strict attention to red flags. If you know, just make yourself pay attention to red flags because that's really important. Now, others are going to notice that their rose-colored glasses tend to clear up during this lunar time. So they get it, like all of a sudden they have this aha moment. And actually, a lot of people want to be really grateful for the new insight and the new light bulb that goes on, because a lot of that is going to be happening as well during this moon time. And again, this is indeed like a really, really tricky moon time, especially if we get caught up in our emotions. Okay, so we really have to pay attention to that. And you know, like a side note, when I talk about get all up in your emotions, remember I was talking about the earlier transits where that Scorpio energy is not liking anything like new or different or change. You know, it's very this Scorpio energy is very settled, and it's very, you know, it likes conformity, and so it's almost at the same time we have all this fiery energy, so it's like almost on edge. So if it experiences something new that's pleasurable and it likes that, that's cool. If it's experiencing something new that's taking it off its normal course of its routine, then that's not cool. And in a sense, it's almost like a psychotic energy, you know. It's like as long as you're doing the same thing over and over again, you're not going to have any problems with that person. Or, you know, so it's really somewhat intense like that. I'm not saying Scorpios generally are like that. Every Scorpio is different. but we're talking about the archetype of this energy that we're dealing with right now. And it is extremely intense because it's dealing with a lot of fire. Okay. All right. So, this Scorpio time is marking like a moment when a lot of people go through personal changes. So, like I was talking about how it's uncomfortable at this time to do things that are out of sort or out of quote unquote norm. And this is just an overall. It doesn't mean everybody's going to feel this. But if you're not feeling it, you might notice someone who is going through these transformative moments. So, because this is a Scorpio time when a lot of people go through personal changes, they're not going to like those personal changes. Okay? And the changes within them are going to happen on a very extremely personal level. I mean, we're talking about like changes in phases. Phases are changing. Cycles are changing. It's a transformative time. And change is not always comfortable. Okay? Some people can find themselves making who actually want or embrace it, not want the change. It's more so they embrace the change. Because these changes are not something people are like, oh God, I want this to happen. But some people are going to fight against it. And then some people want to say, you know what, it's time to do something different. So people are going to find themselves making small or large changes, like within their perspective and their behaviors. They can find themselves changing how they choose to approach other people and other situations. And also they can find themselves wanting or desiring other people to approach them differently. Okay, so how they're interacting with their environment and those that are in the environment can change drastically. This is a moon time that's very much about inner awakening, because that's going to be happening like across the board, from just the everyday average person to government. It's been under that Pluto energy, Pluto Oya energy for a minute, but we're going to see some more drastic changes because we're getting close to this is going into December. And if you remember last year when Radia and I did the end of the year show, and we talked about how when we get to December, when Saturn moves into its natural home, which is Capricorn. And that's going to happen, I believe, December 20th or the 21st of this year. Then things are just going to settle. So this is the precursor to that. We're dealing with the Pluto, Scorpio, that's that Oya energy. So it's a precursor to a great change that's going to occur in December. Okay? So just, like I said, pay attention to what's out there in the news. Something different. Always different, but another different is going to come about. Okay? Now, for others, there'll be a need to address blocks. And those blocks are coming from individuals. And those that are in the Orisha community, you know what I mean when I talk about that Oya energy and blocks, right, from other people. So these blocks are likely going to be happening in an environment that's dealing with your workplace, or you're trying to do a business move or a business transaction. It surrounds work and money, basically. You're trying to get paid. You're trying to get that money back from somebody, or get that check or whatever. So these blocks from others are going to require a lot of work to overcome it, because you're going to feel like you are jumping through hurdles and jumping through hoops and jumping over hurdles, just to get your money or get your position, or just handle work. So that is some of the challenges. That's what's going on now. To get to the challenge with this moon time, we're going to be challenged across the board, a lot of us, in slowing down, taking our time, taking things easy, and keeping a cool head. We're also going to be challenged collectively in suspending a strong desire to retaliate. We're going to be challenged in being less aggressive, and also we're going to be challenged with receiving like so much information that becomes difficult. It becomes convoluted. It's hard to decipher. What's this? Who said what? All of that. So we have to really have a clear head. Okay. 1 second. Now, the darker side of the moon, because this is a new moon, are issues concerning, again, aggression, retaliation, and bad behavior. So this is a karmic moon in Scorpio, right? And it's 26 degrees. So that foretells a fiery, aggressive, emotional energy which is permeating in the air. However, this type of lunation does not support an easy escape for those who break universal law, or those who break the laws of the land that are just. Okay? So think about Waya and how she is about truth and all that. Scorpio is it is ruled by the planet Pluto, but it's also ruled, it's a co-ruler. Pluto co-rules it with Mars. So it's actually, Scorpio is like an Oya Ogun kind of energy. And then it's at 26 degrees, and 26 degrees is ruled by Mars. You see what I mean when I talk about fire, right? So we just really want to have to keep it cool, Now, that Venus aspect is also very strong. So we have to really be careful about our relationships. And when I'm talking about Venus, Venus is not just about love relationships. Venus deals with the bringing of two, one and one together, two. She rules the Venus energy. Initially rules house 2. Okay. It also rules house 7. So we're talking about, our money, our values, our likes, our dislikes, our relationships with those that are very close to us. Okay. Intimately, as well as, people that we just hang around. Okay. So our relationships can, at this time, meet with some type of hostility. There can be strong arguments. This is all under the dark side of the moon, okay? There can be breakups, and alienation, okay? So if we remember those transits governing this moon time, and then also we remember the reading that I've just gone over, and hopefully we can, exercise some strong caution, pay attention to red flags, and make some sound decisions. Okay? We have some important lunar dates. Well, we only have one. And the lunar date where all of this energy can just converge into one strong, tight ball and then begin to disperse itself out again is November 27th. So pay attention to the news regarding someone being found out or previous actions that somebody did, maybe a person of the distinction, they broke the law, and then that comes and surfaces out, and then all that's found out. And on a personal level, pay attention to red flags and also guard yourself against theft and, just having friction with other people. There's a lot of exposing going on, a lot of new information coming out, and new revelations happening close to, around, and on this date. Again, just like, why this date? We have November 18th. It's the energy's building. It becomes a tight ball, and it begins to, turn and disperse itself out until we get to December 15th. And then it's a new cycle because it flips itself, and then we go into the next moon time. So my Orisha people, take care of your E5. For those that have E5, check in with your ancestors. Take care of your warriors. Check in with your warriors. Check in on all matters regarding new relationships, and also regarding like your co-workers or your place of work, the place that you frequent a lot. If any red flags come up, check on that. Also, please, get your Eboleri, Rogation, your head feedings, because it is essential to balancing out this energy. Wear white, and if you don't wear white from head to toe, at least cover your head in white. Sleep on white sheets, and, sleep with your head, cover your head at night in white. Just those basic minimums. Okay, so I hope that this was helpful for you as we are trying something new. Please give me some feedback. Hit me up. You can go to my personal page, AstrorisaMoon.com. You can send me a message there, or you can email me at AstrorisaMoon@gmail.com. Okay, and just let me know how you liked getting this forecast this way as opposed to how I used to type it out. We are going to be doing, again, the paid subscription for the forecast, but I wanted you all to get an idea, to see what these forecasts have been about and will be about as I'm adding the transits. Okay? Alright, so next time, remember to know your truest self, follow the moon, have a cool, breezy, laid back, stress-free, and lovely new moon. Take care.